Hey everyone, this is Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot, and welcome back to the Canadian Maritimes. Well, I'm excited this morning. I just got an email from my friend Gil in Israel, one of the guys behind the Holy Cluster DX cluster. As I mentioned in other videos, that is my favorite DX cluster. Anyway, there's updates. So I'm going to go over to the shack and have a look at the brand new updates to the Holy Cluster. And I'll give you a quick demo of what's changed in Holy Cluster in May of 2026. Let's get into the shack. But first, we need coffee. All right, everyone, welcome back. So now we're in the shack, and you guys all know how much I love the Holy Cluster. It is my go-to cluster for all things DXing. And I know many of you guys are keen on things like ham clock and some other tools. I'm not the type that like all those extra bells and whistles. I want basic information that will allow me to DX more efficiently. And Holy Cluster really gives me that platform on which to do so. So they've come out with some new things this month, and thanks to Omar and Gil and the team at Holy Cluster. If you haven't seen my interview with Omar, go find it on the channel. It's a really, really good interview with Omar, the lead developer for Holy Cluster. So let's start with some of the new things that are in this month's release of Holy Cluster. So they have the home button here that they always have. You can change your views of your map. You can zoom in on the map as you can. You can change it to auto. You can flip things around the way you want to see it. But this map is all new. If you remember what it looked like prior, it didn't have all the countries showing, and there was some just weird anomalies in the map. It was a big island in the middle of the Pacific here that wasn't there technically. But anyway, they got this new map now, and it looks really, really cool, and I like it. You can expand to full screen and show the full screen. And also here on this settings and options here, you can click on it and actually you can show all the DXCC prefixes. So if you see a 9 Quebec, you can mouse over it and say it's in the Republic of Congo. Or Lima Oscar is Argentina. Or K Whiskey November Alpha Alfred Alpha Kilo USA. Or all the Canadian prefixes, or Oscar's X-ray for Greenland. You get the gist here. All the DXCC prefixes show up on the map, and as you scroll around, they update. So that's pretty cool for those guys that like to get some good DX. You can turn that off and go to and show all the CQ zones. So I live in CQ zone 5, so you can show all the CQ zones. Or if somebody asks you, hey, what's your ITU zone? You can turn it on here, and you can see that I'm in ITU zone 9. You can turn on the abbreviations for the U.S. states. Or you can turn on the abbreviations for the Canadian provinces, whatever fits your thing there. The globe just allows you to zoom in and zoom out, and I think that's a really cool feature. I'm going to turn on the DXCC entities. I'll see if it gets too busy, but we'll see how that goes. You can turn on the night option here, so you can see what parts of the world are in night and darkness or in daylight. And follow the gray line. I like to leave that on. What else do we have here? So overall, we just have better rendering. You can zoom in now and you can actually see better, rendering of the lakes and bodies of water. Really, really slick how you can do. You can like zooming in and zooming out is nice and smooth. This propagation option here now shows on mobile devices, which is nice for those people who use Holy Cluster on a mobile device. And you can see here on the map, we have the home location now shows on the map. It looks like a little hurricane symbol, and you can move that around to be where your home location. Well, actually, you go in your settings, and you put your locator here, and it will go into your and show you on the map. Now it just zoomed out on me there, but if I go back here, here's my location on the map. That's pretty cool. Again, we have all the DXpeditions showing up here. You can show all of them. You can show what's active, what's upcoming. You can see what's, when they start or when they end and who's on the air right now. You see the 3 Golf 0 X-ray is on the air right now. Your heat map by bands, if I'm in North America, what bands are open to North America right now? Well, 6 meters, hey, there's an opening on 6 meters, look at that. And 20 meters. Your map here for your band plan, so if you had CAT control, you can click on VA3 Golf Hotel Bravo, for example, and it will take you to that on your radio. Again, I leave it on this setting here some of the time here, which, you know, this is my alerts, what call signs I have set up for alerts, but I could set it up this way. I can have any one of these screens that I want. Again, your DX window, I have mine set up to show all the DX. I probably don't need North America, but I also have, you know, what country or what areas of the world are reporting DX. So I always like to report from North America. I show everybody else but North America on my map. So I click my map here to auto. You can see now it's pretty slick. I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So this update is more what we call GUI improvements. Overall, just user experience. In the options here, you still have your basic options. You can hide modes, and you can show modes and bands, and you can also export your settings. So if you wanted to put it onto another computer, like a laptop or something, you can export your settings to a file and then import it on another computer, so you have all the same settings. So back to the DXCC overlay. So if I click on Algeria, for example, I can add an alert for Algeria. Say I need that country for, you know, either an ITU worked all zones or DXCC. I can add an alert for Algeria, for example. So when I click on that, it goes into my alerts. Algeria as a country. USA, for example, I can click on USA and I can hide USA. So none of the USA spots show up on my cluster. So I could actually turn back on North America and it will not show USA. I don't need to see the USA spots. I want to see what's happening DX-wise outside of North America. But Canada, I can leave Canada on. I could hide Canada if I wanted to by just clicking here and choosing hide all Canada. So there you have it, folks. Some pretty cool changes from the Holy Cluster. I hope that demo wasn't too jumpy all over the place, but it was a lot of graphical improvement. The team at Holy Cluster, Gil, Omar, and the entire team worked very tirelessly to make sure this is a really good product, and it shows. It is by far the best cluster available to ham radio operators. And again, this replaces things like ham clock for me, because I don't need ham clock. I got everything I need here. I don't need to see all the other noise that ham clock has, because I'm working DX. Now your needs may change or be different, and that's okay. But for me, this works perfectly. So give Holy Cluster a try if you haven't, at holycluster.iarc.org. I'll put it in the pinned comment below, and give it a whirl. I think you'll be very, very impressed if you're a serious DXer. I'm Stuart, Victor Echo 9, Charlie Foxtrot. See you guys in a future video.